Okay, now that we've talked about Venn diagrams for intersections and unions, now I can actually use those to derive a formula. And this way of using Venn diagrams to kind of put pieces together and take them apart is exactly how we'll be answering a lot of the questions in this probability section. So let me just start off with just saying what I'm looking for is the probability that either event A or event B occurs, right? So this is or, a union. So let me just draw what A union B looks like. Okay, so here's my A, here's my B, right? So this means A or B, either one or both, right? So I want this thing right here. I need to figure out how I can put pieces together to get that. Very often we'll be able to get individual probabilities in a fairly straightforward manner. So that's what I'm going to start off with. Hopefully I've got enough room here. All right, so let's just say I could get the probability for just this individual event occurring. And let's say I could also get the probability of this other event occurring fairly easily. Because usually getting individual event probabilities is not terribly difficult. Alright, so I hope that you can see when I put these two circles together, I do get this. But I've double counted this inside kind of football shape here. Right? So since I've double counted that, I want to take that away. So I want to add these two pieces together, the two circles, to get this, and then take away the football shape in the center that I've double counted. So, as we talked about in the video of Venn diagrams for intersections, that little piece right there is the event that both of these occur. It's the intersection. So, I can get this thing by putting the individual probabilities together and then subtracting off the probability for the intersection. All right, so as long as I have any three of these, I can get the other one. Usually when I use it is when I have the individual probabilities and the intersection, which is, again, not horribly difficult to get, but I need the union, right? So, or the other way around, when I have the union, but I need the intersection. If I have this, this, and this, I can just solve for that. So that's when I want to use this, and this is how I kind of put these pictures together to have them clue me in to get a formula for what I actually need to use. Honestly, when I first started doing these more crazy problems, once I got like 3 circles or even 4 on my homework about my senior year in the statistics and math program, I went to my professor and I was like, I'm sorry, these formulas that you give us, like, I just don't get it. I can't just intuitively just jump at the formula and get it all to work out or figure out what formula I should be using. I always have to just draw myself a picture. I just can't work with it algebraically, and I'm like a math student. I should be able to do that. And it was like, so what? I draw pictures too. All right? So don't feel like you're like wasting your time or doing something that makes it, that like dumbs it down or something. This is how you solve these problems. You're generally not going to have, well, for this course, you will usually have a formula you can jump to, but for some questions, there won't be a direct formula. And you'll need to just figure out, okay, I need this thing. Like, for example, what if we needed this, right? Well, one way I could get it is by taking the whole circle and subtracting off that football piece, right? I need you to start thinking about this, or I could start with the whole union and subtract off this circle, right? There's multiple ways we could do this. We just need to start working with these pictures to help us arrive at the correct ways of putting probabilities together to get what we actually need. But in any case, this is called the union rule, and this is what it is. And remember, A and B are just like placeholders for whatever events we're actually looking at. This could be getting a heart, and this could be getting a queen, as I draw draw cards from a deck of cards. Right? So A and B aren't anything in particular, they're just placeholders for whatever events I'm actually working with. But this is it.